Attention, little people, I have an announcement.
These commentaries were originally recorded from April to June of 2024. I love the show and people and the focus of the positive, but with all that said, here's what is more. The guests love the show and people too, but are allowed to speak their mind. The critiques they share and opinions they bear are only theirs, not mine.
I think you mean ours?
Well, yeah.
Opinions are kinda like jellyfish, shiny and they're flown and change shape a lot. Not all opinions shared banter reflect our true and current thought. These have been re-edited to keep the commentary in sync. I only muted what I wanted to cut so the track can show a link. So if you hear some silence, you'll understand why, folks. And me and Kev apologize for our incessant inside jokes. Lastly, not all commentaries turned out as good as others. Some days it didn't flow as well, but we always recovered.
And if you're not watching the show along with our commentary, you might be confused as to what we're talking about, which is kind of a given. But if you're like a crazy super fan who knows every detail of every episode, have at it. With all of that out of the way, enjoy the show!
Yeah. This is our podcast now. So, hey guys, welcome to the VeggieTales podcast, where these guys who are obsessed with VeggieTales play videos for guests and don't let them know when they start recording. But this video that we're about to view is Are You My Neighbor from VeggieTales. My name is Matt.
Are you neighbor? Okay, first off, I resent that. I told you all the moment I hit record. I told you all the moment I hit it.
I know.
But we did miss a lot of good content beforehand, which I regret. I guess I probably shouldn't have told you all.
All the wacky banter.
Yep.
Started off recording.
Take it away, Michael. Why don't you introduce yourself?
All right, better get on out there.
Anyway, I'm Finn.
I'm Kev.
And we've got memes for Jesus on the commentaries. On the commentary. Not plural, unfortunately. We only got time for one tonight.
Oh, I must have misheard you when you told me who we were having. I thought you said we were having Jesus.
Well, that's next time. We're having Jesus on Jonah. We're having memes for Jesus on.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because Jonah is a god tier episode. But Are You My Neighbor?
We're starting to tread on blasphemy territory. Let's move on to a new subject.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's always fun to see an intro, before an old episode with all these clips from not newer but later episodes showing up,
Yeah.
Stuff that hadn't come out at this point. Kind of fun to see.
It's kind of trippy.
But you can't beat the classic intro.
Then you see the later animation and it sets up a false expectation. Then you get back to this.
It doesn't look bad though. I mean, for 1995,
no, especially for 95, yeah.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Why do I have a shoe in my head?
Why do I have a shoe in my head?
Why do I?
I love how the animation is a little bit choppier. Not as fluent, I guess, not as smooth.
Yeah. Yes.
But not bad.
Well, no. Well, kind of.
Okay, so y'all, I think Matt I messaged you on Discord and you picked Are You My Neighbor. Despite the fact that there were like 5 options left, why did you pick Are You My Neighbor?
It's just legendary. There's just so much going on here that it's nestled in my subconscious. And so I probably couldn't recite word for word what's going to happen, but it's the whole entire script is in there. It's in my brain and it's part of me. I've assumed it. How about you, Mike?
He's so well spoken.
I love
with him.
I'm jealous.
It just popped in my head remembering that there was a point a few years back when I was doing memes through VeggieTales, and this was one of the episodes that I went through the whole episode and made 30 some memes for.
Oh
wow.
So it's all just popping back in my head now.
Not to mention Michael has the only ever one copy of made Flibberaloo Lego set.
That's right.
Yes.
I love the
I'll have to
gag
build
of Dad Asparagus getting hit with the shoe. The way he kind of like looks at the camera, like
Yeah.
he
Beautiful.
I like how he makes direct eye contact with the audience, like, yeah, check it out, look what I did. He gets humbled immediately.
This part always
It's a
gets me.
lesson. It's a lesson in humility.
Look how bad the pixels are. I love it. I love this. It's like PS2 graphics, and you know what I mean. It's just magical.
I know.
Our friend,
I wish
our
they'd
friend
go back
Gourd
to that.
Animations would wholeheartedly agree with you. He loves seeing the what.
Oh
do you
yeah,
call
do
it
y'all
again?
know
The,
about y'all
polygons.
polygons? Y'all know about Remolded, Rack Shack and Benny Remolded?
No.
No. Oh my gosh, Kev,
We're in it.
we have to
How did you
share.
not know?
We have to share after the show. We're gonna nerd
Yeah.
out in a group chat, of course, because I know you all are gonna be somewhere.
Send it over.
Y'all will love it.
And I always wanted that blue lobster as a toy.
Yeah, they never made
Yeah.
one. I can't believe
What's the
that.
most random thing?
I don't know why they wouldn't have made a toy of that. I feel like at VeggieTales. See, I'll rephrase that. Not if it was more iconic, but if the people who own it now knew how iconic it was, I feel like we would have a toy of that.
That's true. That's true.
But the people who run it now don't understand, you know.
Wait a minute. Let's just make sure we pause at the booty part.
Yes, whatever the booty, I think I could stand it.
Yep.
Booted fine. Goated.
Favorite quote. Why? That's what I
We,
live for. That's why I'm a bandit.
Our
love
friend
it.
group actually had like a VeggieTales fan community time capsule of sorts last week, and it was a copy of Are You My Neighbor on VHS, and we all mailed it to each other and signed it, and I wrote on the tape, whatever the booty, I think I could stand it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he drew a
Beautiful.
rude picture too.
Michael made the most raunchy
I did. Oh man, what was
memes
the
for Jesus
caption
meme.
for that?
Yeah. It was basically like a Christian wedding night meme.
Yeah, something
Sure,
like
I
that. Yeah. Oh, I was
Michael-
so excited to meme that.
You got to share your raunchy VeggieTales memes with us sometime.
Oh, he's got a few.
We even have a whole episode of Finn's podcast where he and I just read spicy VeggieTales fanfic.
Oh no, we read
Oh,
tame VeggieTales
no.
fanfics. I called it reading spicy VeggieTales fanfics. They were very tame
no.
compared to the stuff I've
Yeah,
seen.
they were
My friends,
spicy
like-
as far as VeggieTales goes, for sure though.
Yeah.
Oh, I
my
found the
classmates and people from my church and
Nice.
stuff will send me VeggieTales memes and fan art and like fanfics and stuff all the time, and I really wish they wouldn't, because you know they only send me the worst stuff.
Text it to me, Michael, and I'll send it to him.
Man.
And don't you
Man,
love
I
it when
found- I
you're
just found,
like
all of
fixated
them.
on
Holy
something,
crap.
so 30 people send you the same meme?
Yeah, see, I didn't think my fixation on VeggieTales was that obvious until everyone I go to class with started like spamming me VeggieTales memes, and I was like, oh, they all know. If they found out. They found my socials.
It's not that obvious, says the one with more VeggieTales merch than me.
What happened to Lovey? Archibald's wife just went away.
Yeah.
Is this his wife?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
Fake fan.
Huh.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's his I guess canonical wife?
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, she just kind of disappeared.
I mean, is there really much of a set canon to VeggieTales though?
Not
It's
really.
like there would
no.
be multiple at least.
Okay, see, when we start talking about like VeggieTales canon, that's too nerdy even for me. Like, I can't be discussing what is canonical in VeggieTales. Larry's so peeved. Look at him. I like how every blink his eyes get a little squishier.
Mm-hmm.
That animation looks so odd to me.
Where did the disco ball come from?
I love
God.
it.
From
Well, Finn, you
The
want to know
colors-
why?
VeggieTales
why
brand
this
coloring.
animation's so weird?
Huh? What? I'm hearing two people.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying to be the guest of a podcast here. Sorry.
Yeah, Kev, come on.
Didn't mean to get in your way, host.
Oh, my bad.
By all means.
No, sir. Proceed.
No, I was just saying brand colors, 'cause with the colors of the spotlights were hovering around them, or the VeggieTales brand colors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Interesting. They kind of
It's
work.
I'm positive everything you were gonna say was much cooler than that.
Yeah, Kev.
Probably
Come on,
not.
Kev. Come on, Kev.
Probably not at all. Finn was saying that the animation looked weird. I was gonna say that's because it was done in field rendering, which makes it look all smooth like butter.
Kev, are you pushing up your glasses right now and going?
I'm pushing down my glasses, looking at pictures of you. Actually,
Oh,
Okay, well, I'm pushing down my glasses, looking at pictures of your mom.
So here's a question for you: did Pokemon get their inspiration for the Matt? What's the name of the little dude that lives in the dirt?
Pikachu.
Diglett?
Yeah, Diglett. So look at Larry right now.
oh,
He's a
You
green
know what?
I don't know.
You
He
know
might
what?
be a green Diglett.
I think you're right.
Yep.
I love how Dr. Susie this episode is too. I think that's probably why I liked it so much.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like it too.
yeah. Their idea was, what if Dr. Seuss came back from the dead and wrote the story of the Good Samaritan?
Very nice.
Pretty on par with how Dr. Seuss would have written it. And I have a pot, but when we look deeper... My favorite YTP is, he's got a shoe and I've got some pot. Well, that's just terrible.
Mm.
I think you did a meme with like that one too, Michael, right?
That might be
For
the
which
one I saw.
one, which one was it? Oh,
Hot one.
probably something like that.
You made a pot joke, I'm positive.
I would be
Yeah,
shocked if multiple people have memed VeggieTales pot jokes, so I'm going to say I probably saw the same one. That picture, Kev, of the asparagus family in the background, what is up with that?
Mhm.
Doesn't it look kind of weird?
I never noticed that.
Oh.
Actually.
AI attempt at making the characters almost. They all have like
Yeah,
one, two.
literally.
You'll find that it's true when you make them feel better. You'll feel better.
Feel better.
Breathe, Larry. Breathe, Larry. Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
Archibald on the baritone.
I know. I love Archibald's voice, platonically. When someone
Respectfully.
your neighbor. The dancing is so simple. I remember Phil said on one of the commentaries, he was like, if the postal service could just move as efficiently as the VeggieTales dance, we'd have our mail moment it gets shipped.
That's beautiful. Look at the animated tears. I
They're
mean,
so
that's all you
blue.
need. That's all you need, though.
They're
Get
so
the point
blue.
across.
If I was crying that color blue, I'd get that checked. It's like a dark blue, like a early CGI ocean blue.
yeah.
Yay.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice.
So I know you had Phil on your podcast, right?
I did, yeah. He was so nice.
I'm still like working through that whole episode. Did you ever bring up how the PS2 graphics are superior to whatever the heck they're doing right now?
No, but I should have. I feel like Phil was happy with the update in animation, just not the update in design.
Yeah.
You know.
This is not
I
another
probably
reason
should've.
why
Goated.
I wanted
Yep.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Have you all seen that video of Cindy Morgan? Maybe you know who that is, doing like the clip countdown of Christian music, and she's like simping over Larry real hard. She's like crispy, tall, dark, handsome.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool video. I may or may not be
Yeah.
interviewing her. At some
No
point.
way, really?
Yeah, Cindy Morgan. Joe didn't tell you about that?
No, he didn't.
I know I've told you about that.
I don't think so.
Well, damn. Paul did not have to go that hard with his.
Great. Always at 100.
Oi, you mean I'm 100 years old or 100 in energy?
My favorite Pod Grape line is actually from the 8 Days of Christmas song. when they're eating the Polish
Oh yes.
meat, and he goes, he's like, "Oh, I'm stuffed. I couldn't eat another," and then they keep going. It's like only the fourth day or something like that.
My favorite Paul Grape line is in the background of one of the cover albums that they did, like the 70s, 80s country. He goes, "Freaky."
And Finn knows freaky.
I do know Freaky.
Oh my.
I need to check that out.
I love the cover albums.
Yeah,
Any
that's-
song they covered was just better than the original, like automatically.
Oh, Bob.
Airbrush of yours.
How treacherous. Treacherous.
Betrayal.
Bad friend. He gave it to the peach of all people too.
He's got
He knows
So
how
my
Larry
son
feels. He knows
is
how
4
Larry
years-
feels about peaches.
old. Sorry, my son is 4 years old, and when he saw that part, when he said he's got hair, my son was terrified. He was like,
I can't blame him. Bob does kind of deliver that line with a sinister nature.
Mhm. Now, did you guys know originally all the characters were supposed to be speaking their lines, and then Lisa Vischer, the voice of Junior, when she came into the booth, she sang her line, and the guys found it so funny that they decided they were going to completely redo their parts and sing it.
That's beautiful.
No, what was
I love that story. Lisa's a trend starter. Also, they used to have like a really fun little boing 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 sound effect when he'd jump around. And I think
Yeah.
they cut that. I missed that. I really liked it. It was like in that one song. It was never anywhere else. He was just making a little boing boing boing. Junior in the octopus costume. Look at that.
So is there anyone else?
I love how this starts off, where Bob and Larry come in, and Junior's like, "Do I know you?" Because literally in the first episode, they just show up in his room.
Whoa,
No.
deja vu.
VeggieTales had a very weird comic book. It came out alongside like the Netflix stuff, and if you thought the Netflix designs were bad, I'll be unpopular here. I kind of like the Netflix show. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, same.
But the comics.
Well, this was a good podcast, so I gotta head out now.
Okay, Michael, how much of the Netflix show have you watched? Let me ask you that.
Couple episodes. Didn't care for it.
I'll tell you what. If you would let me recommend you like 2 episodes and you watch them and tell me they're not funny, then I'll say okay, fair enough.
You've got 2 episodes.
Okay, I'm gonna recommend you 2 episodes. Kev,
Okay.
you gotta help me think of 2 funny episodes.
You have to send them to my Instagram account if you can find it.
I'll do it. I haven't found it yet, but I will find it. I want to check out those Lego sets. I feel bad I didn't know about it. Michael with an E before an A, right? E before A.
Oh my gosh.
A before an E?
Wouldn't that be Mike Ale?
Yes, that's how it's spelled.
Mike Ale. No, that can't be
Mike
right.
Ale.
I know that E's before the A. I think you spelled it wrong on Zoom. I'm gonna keep looking my way because I know I'm right.
Dude, these helmets are so cool.
I know I love them. That chocolate bar must be awful sticky. Oh, I found you, Michael.
Great.
Okay, Finn, I just looked
Great.
it up, and literally every Michael I know is spelled the same way Michael's is.
Kev, I'm telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you you're wrong. You're not reading it right. Look at it closer.
you're wrong.
Look at it closer, Kev.
We need your help, Junior.
Come on, Kev.
Guys, why was VeggieTales so good? Honestly. I don't
because
understand.
It had an incredible team of people working on it who wanted to kind of break out of the, I guess, norm of Christian media, you know? And, like, now it just has a bunch of, like, you know, soulless corporates, you know, posting the same things over and over.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, why we can't do this again in some way, shape, or form.
They easily could if they just let Phil and Mike have some, you know. But Phil and Mike are making a new show. The Phil and Mike show. If you look it up, it's basically VeggieTales, but like the characters are different enough to not be VeggieTales. And it's the whole original crew.
It's canon in the film.
Meat stories, right?
That would be Sausage Party. We don't talk about that.
But in the Phil and Mike show, Phil and Mike play like fictionalized versions of themselves, and it's canon in this show that they once done VeggieTales and they don't anymore, and that they were wearing these like giant vegetable costumes, and that's how VeggieTales were made.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
the Phil and
amazing.
Mike show. They had them making little jabs about how they had to wear vegetable suits to make a show. So he's basically making a follow-up to VeggieTales without getting in copyright trouble.
He's the
Because,
goat.
of all companies that own VeggieTales, it's going to be Universal, which is, I guess a little better than Disney, but not much.
Yeah. In fact, if you look at Finn's recommendations on the right here, the first one shows Mike.
Yep, right
That's
above
design.
my 10 hours of nothing that I watched about 5 hours of.
Yeah.
It was a slow day. Dude! Scooter's great. He lost the little green stub on his foot. I hate saying foot when referring to VeggieTales, but
I never even noticed he had one.
yeah, watch, pay attention to it. Gordon.
Telling me to pay attention to Scooter's feet is not something that I expected for today, but I'm also not disappointed.
Pay close attention.
I just love the attention to detail and the replication they did with the Starship Enterprise.
Oh,
There's
I
a-
love
Yeah.
Apple pie or whatever the pie
Apple
is.
pies.
They really went all out. I mean, like,
Good.
the fact this came out in 1995 is crazy to me.
Yeah, what is that green
look at
thing?
that. Look at that.
Yo.
Oh, wow.
They
I
got
never-
rid of that later.
Oh,
I don't know
no,
what it is.
yeah, that's. I'm glad they got rid of it. That's weird.
I think it was meant
literally
to be
never
like a
noticed
little
that. I've
plant
seen this
stub.
hundreds
It was-
of times.
Yeah, it was too shiny. I think we pointed it out in the God Made You Special commentary because they recycled this segment.
I do not remember that.
I could have sworn I
That's
pointed it
so
out.
weird. I never noticed that before.
Really interesting.
Matt
Also-
and Michael, after leaving
Man,
the
I kinda
podcast,
hate
between
you
you and
for,
me, I think
pointing
they're
that out
crazy.
Yeah, I think
I'm
the
sorry, Kev.
headphone design here is super intentional because they look like Vulcans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Yes.
I'm Jimmy Gourd.
I'm Jimmy Gourd.
Very
One
good.
of the new guys.
I'm Jimmy Gourd.
Their first
Shout out.
appearance.
Shout out to Jimmy Gourd.
Was this their first appearance?
It was, yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
The way they turn to Junior and say, I'm Jimmy Gourd and I'm Jerry Gourd. They were as much talking to the audience as they were to Junior.
Yeah, pretty much.
hmm
I heard that they're supposed to be like the anti Bob and Larry.
Not really. No, they're just kind of like Bob and Larry's lazy friends.
Yeah. They
Mm.
were actually
Caricatures.
They were caricatures of Phil and Mike's, I think, landlord, boss.
Oh,
their old bosses. Their old bosses' names were Jim and Jerry.
Oh no, wait,
That's
wasn't it
funny.
that they did an impression of their boss, but they
They
named him
were
after
doing
their
an impression
landlords?
of Jim, yeah, because he had like a very loud, kind of throaty voice like that.
I love that shot too, like the way they just hoist him up and run
Yeah.
off. Like, what the heck, guys?
yeah.
Like, I don't think Jimmy and Jerry ever said, "Yeah, go ahead, let's do this." They just picked him up and ran off.
So then, we'll just stay here.
Poor Jimmy. Justice for Jimmy.
Bing, 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 bing.
Hey,
There they go.
like a field trip.
There they go.
Kind of like a
It's
field
really
trip.
convenient that the only two escape pods they had were perfectly formed
Gourd
for,
shaped.
for gourds.
They've been planning this forever. They couldn't wait to get rid of the new guys.
Muffin Man who lives on Glory Lane.
Muffin Man kills me. Oh my gosh.
I love their little back and forth about, like, who could eat more muffins.
Do you know the Muffin Man is probably better than any song written this year?
Maybe that's where the Muffin Man lives.
Do you know the Muffin Man is probably better than any song in VeggieTales at all?
Whoa.
True,
It is the number
Yeah.
one VeggieTales song ever.
that's right. Well, no, right after I Just Want to Be an Ice Cream Man.
Right. I just wanna be an ice cream man. Definitely the best one.
Yeah. That's all there is to the song, guys.
That is it. Yeah. Then they go woohoo.
Yeah.
Best VeggieTales song. Dun, 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 bum, bum. Real intense here, scaring all the kids at home.
Munching on it little by little.
Bup, 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 bum.
Only 10 seconds.
10 seconds left.
I sure
I sure hope those gourds were hungry, guys. That is a line I quote every day. It never has any context when I quote it. People never know why I'm quoting it. I just say it. I'll be at work and I'll be like serving out the Chick-fil-A because me and Kev both work at Chick-fil-A. Different Chick-fil-A's, but we work at Chick-fil-A.
So does space popcorn give you the ability to breathe in space?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Maybe.
They survived.
Theory.
Yeah, Scooter's little stub is weird to me. It doesn't look vegetation colored. It's kind of shiny, like the green button behind them. I love all the tech and stuff.
The funniest part is about to show up. The funniest part's about to happen.
What's the funniest part? When Jerry snacks on the sun table?
Yeah.
I like that part too.
Yeah.
I don't know why that never struck me as
I was getting
weird.
a little bit hungry, so I was just snacking on the sun table.
That never struck me as weird as a kid. Like, I don't think I ever realized how funny that was. Until
I know. Same.
As a kid, Jerry snacking on the sun table was not even remotely weird. It was probably the least weird thing in the show.
Just snacking on the sand table. I gotta throw that into my vocabulary.
Me when I'm snacking on the sun table.
Yeah.
It looks like it's made of Oreo cookie, actually. Like,
it looks delicious.
I thought it was like an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, I always
Or
wanted
that, yeah.
always wanted to get that end table.
New memes for Jesus meme, just a picture of Jerry with the sun table in the caption. I was snacking on the sun table, and the caption above is me when I'm snacking on the sun table.
I gotta definitely make that into.
Oh gosh.
All right, real talk though. This is probably one of the top 5 best.
Oh, it's
I
so
love it.
good.
I sing it.
Weather.
I still sing it randomly to this day.
Yep.
Would you believe that me and Kev do too? That's where we've got feelings. Jim Poole, if you know who that is, he's the voice of Scooter. He followed me on YouTube, which was nice.
Look at this dance.
Subscribe to me, and he kills every line. He's so good. He puts so much energy into everything he says.
What else? Did he do any other characters?
No.
I'll share my
Just
jello.
Scooter. You know, now that you say that, Matt, now that you mention that, how weird is that? He only ever had one character.
Yeah.
Dang. Kev, did you ever think about that?
Not really.
Jim
No.
Poole's only Scooter. I guess it makes sense because Dan's only Dad Asparagus and Sydney Trent's only Petunia, but
And Uncle Si is only Uncle Si.
true. Do y'all remember the Uncle Si episode?
It's. I know it's in my subconscious somewhere. Like I said, I can't think of it though.
What do y'all think about? Okay, do y'all know about the VeggieTales show? The post Netflix stuff they were doing.
The Yippee TV stuff.
Vaguely,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
vaguely.
Yeah.
I wish we had time to watch one tonight because some of them were okay and some of them were really, really good.
Ooh,
Phil and Mike had a lot of involvement and they were good.
that's what I heard.
I would recommend Shakesparagus. I like Shakesparagus a lot.
I wanted to check them out. I actually did some ad work for Yippee TV and helped promote their VeggieTales.
No way, really?
Yeah, I made memes for them to use for ads.
Dang, nice.
Yeah, and they were like the best performing ones. I was like, hey, how's about we?
Oh wow.
They were gonna give me like free Yippee TV for doing it, but I was like, nah, I want money, and then they didn't want to work with me. But otherwise, they were really cool.
No offense to Yippee, but most of that is free on YouTube, so I'd rather have the money too.
Oh,
Yeah.
The new VeggieTales isn't, but just about everything else is on YouTube for free.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
they're,
so
they're
I-
definitely gatekeeping that VeggieTales.
Oh yeah,
We were wondering if you could just give us directions to the freeway.
I love that.
I think we can make it.
Yes.
Showing back up to get directions.
Left at Mr. Slushy.
I like the little argument they have too.
That's what I said.
You said right. Why'd I do that? That'd be crazy.
Crazy.
That'd be crazy.
I'm kind of thirsty.
Can you stop it, Mr. Slushy?
I love how angry
We
the
need
We
boss
need
is.
that money
Coles.
for coins. Is all
Coles.
funniest line.
I am Bob.
I feel that. I went on a trip recently to Ohio, of all places. I drove 9 hours.
Ohio.
I had to stop
Ew.
at like 3
Skibbity
places.
Riz, Ohio.
Sigma Alpha's in Ohio.
Sigma.
You have Giat to be kidding me.
My gosh.
Level 10 Riz Yacht. Kaisenat.
Kaisenat, Yacht, Ohio, Riz, Skibbity, and everything in between. You've heard it here, memes for Jesus vibes with the Skibbity trend.
No. I'm just aware of it because I have to be.
Wow.
I know, I'm joking. I wouldn't slander y'all like that. What is the rest of that verse? I should know it. But the way it starts with the ... there's another part to it I'm missing.
I'm looking it up. Was it 1918?
I think so.
That's not the gospel, Bob.
Well, the veggies, as explained by Phil's mom, the veggies can't have a redemptive relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah, isn't that sad? All they ever do is like spread God's word, but they can't get into heaven. Like, I understand, God doesn't want vegetables in heaven. You know, it's perfectly fair. But like, you gotta make an exception for the vegetables that taught millions of kids about God. You know?
Yeah, I think we can expect vegetables in the new earth.
I hope so.
The verse in Leviticus 19:18 says, "You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the sons of your own people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself."
They should have left the whole thing in there. You know?
They should have. I agree.
We need a good verse about vengeance and VeggieTales. Okay, well, thank you all for joining. I won't keep y'all because I know you got stuff to do, but I am honored to have hosted you guys. You're just as great as I thought you'd be.
yeah, this was awesome, guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for bringing
Michael-
us on.